Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayflight Bungalow 40RLTS. You guys have picked a beautiful trailer here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, your awning and your slide, leave plenty of room for them to come in and out. Your off campsite over here, want to think about your slides. A couple big ones here, leave plenty of room for them to come in and out unimpeded, and leave yourself a nice walking trail. Because what I also want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way on the rear, on your off campsite or your driver's side of your tow vehicle in the very back corner. And your water connection is going to be up here in between these two slides, so just behind the front on your off campsite or driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you do is level your unit. Now what I do recommend on a unit this long, close up these slides on your off campsite, bring them in, put on a stick-on level in the middle of your unit, and then have someone watch that while you hand crank down or up your unit. Once you get your unit level, next thing you do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit you have stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank. You can use an impact driver or a drill gun. If you do, I recommend you slow down when you get to the bottom. Because remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. We already got our unit level, we just want to get it stable. To bring these down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight, keep these from sinking in the ground. Just a really good investment. Use your 10% off coupon, grab a 4-pack of those, and run these down. Now we're only going to run these down until they're taut. Once you start to feel any type of resistance on your hand crank, you know you're down far enough. Again, we don't want to change the level in this, we just want to get it stable. Go around all four corners, run them down. Got your unit level and stable. We can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, coming back around to your off camp side, rear corner, will be your power cord. Big long 50 amp cord right there. At the end of that 50, if you need to plug in somewhere, that's 30 is your 50 to 30 dog bone. And if you ever need to plug in at home or anywhere else with a 110, throw this on the end of your 30 there, and that'll go 30 to 110. Just run appliances accordingly if you do that. Don't want to pop a bunch of breakers by running multiple airs when you're on 110. Got our power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Here's your city water connection right below your shower here. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here or your black tank flush. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Come right up here to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, making sure the drain plug's back in. You may have left it out the last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Go ahead and get that in there nice and snug. Once it is, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. And if your hose has been on for a little while, go inside and open up your water taps. Once the air is out of line, you got a steady flow of water. You can shut them off. You can turn on this hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to hook up to city water. We're going to go boondocking and we just want to fill up our fresh water tank. That is on the rear of your unit. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply fill it up with a hose. 2 ways to tell when it's full. There's an overflow valve right here, or on the inside where you check your tanks, your black and gray tanks, there's also a fresh tank button. Hold that down and that'll tell you when this is full. Now remember, when you're using potable water is when you're going to want to use your water pump. Don't use your water pump when hooked up to city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we got our power and water hooked up. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Starting here on the back. If you have a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year and check the seams on your roof and caulk as needed. Maintain your roof, maintain the life of this trailer. On this back corner, you have your low point drain for your fresh water tank. Your rear stabilizing jacks and your power. Your cable satellite hookup is on the side of your slide here. Coming back up here, again your hot water heater. Underneath that is a flue for your furnace. 2 things: 1, do not let anything block that, and 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear because it will get hot. Your main low point drain is right up underneath here. Here's where you hook up your sewage hose. There's your gray tank, there's your black tank handles. Gray, black. Again, your city water. You do have an outdoor shower here. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping our black tank. Have this big pass-through storage there. Here's your sewage hose. Coming around in the front of your unit, your propane does have a cover and a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. Underneath the front here, you can access underneath here to your batteries. Check your battery post now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Get on your campsite, your huge awning here. You only want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that brown bar. It will extend further than that, so keep an eye on it. Also, your speakers are on the end of your awning, which is nice because it points down toward your campsite instead of out at everyone else's. Here's your extra doorway, extra entry doorway into the bedroom. Here's your 110 outside. Your stair system. Your slides. One thing I want to mention on these slides is these slide wipers or seals. To add longevity to the life of these, you want them to stay flexible. They have a spray that you can spray on those to keep them from dry rotting over time. And I believe that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside. Coming in your sliding glass door entryway here. First thing I like to point out in every unit is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Coming in the entry doorway, there's a panel here. That's where your filter is for your vacuum system. Below that, an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. You got a ton of 15s in there, a few 20s. Highly recommend having a handful of those when you go camping. Coming all the way up top, here's our control panel. So here's where you check your battery. There's a button to check your fresh water, your potable water I was talking about. Black and gray tanks. Here's your water pump when you're using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked up to gas. Your water heater if dry docking hooked up, or dry docking hooked up to just gas, or electric over here. Here's all your lighting. Here's your awning in and out. So you got your awning. So you only want to run it out until that white flap falls down. You can see that brown bar. Once you're that far out, it will extend past that. So just let that fall down to 90 degrees and you know you're out far enough. We'll run that in for you real quickly. As I do, you also have your 2 slide controls next to that. Here's the awning light off. So back to these lights. Here's your hallway, your awning, and then your living room lights. Continuing your unit now. You have a max air vent there. All you have to do is hit fan on, vent open. This is a light for your pantry here. Insignia fridge. Controls are right in there for the freezer. And up here for your fridge. Coming into your dining area here, you got a lot of one-touch lighting. A fan. Two level fan and a light. The panel light here. Simply turn this to light. Turn it to light, hit your spark when your gas is turned on, have a light there. Have a panel light here. Down here is your oven light. Couple 110s there. Grab some remotes here. Turn your TV on.
Channel.
There's your TV working.
Still have some symptoms.
Shut that off.
Power.
Down below that, your fireplace. Turn that on. You can go through all the pretty colors, but they're not just for looks anymore. Biggest thing is the heat. If it's cold in here in the morning or evening, instead of using your gas, use the camp's electricity, turn this on, and it'll get it warm in here in no time. Alright, so you have a storage ottoman. I'm going to show you real quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. Move your ottoman, of course. Remove your Velcro back cushions. I found that standing in the middle gives you the best leverage here. Lift it up, open your legs out, pull the whole thing towards you. Basically just unfolding it. Just that quickly you have a bed. Reverse the process. So you know your winterized lines are underneath here. I want to mention also that in the RV business you get the best curtains there are. Not the trifold, it's a nice chain control. It's emergency exit window. Individual lighting here. These are what we call parachute pole recliners. No, these are pushback. So you would just push these back to recline. Make sure your ottoman is right here in the middle during travel. Both sides control, close. And your chair is strapped down. Here's storage underneath here. This extends, I thought. No, this one doesn't, excuse me. Your island, on the side of your island is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention it's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if this does happen to be boondocking somewhere and you're not plugged in with anything charging your battery, if you go on for the day, disconnect your battery to keep that from running your battery down. Come back in the hallway now. Your thermostat. Let's start by cranking the air up in here. Turn the AC on. It kicked on. Now you notice when I shut the AC off. Shuts off rather quickly. Now we would turn on your heat. That kicked on. Now I shut that off. You'll notice it takes a few minutes longer for the heat to shut off. This is a control for your fan down there. In the bathroom, So I mentioned this week you got 110 with GFCI reset, your lighting, and a vent open power fan. Oh, let me go back to your washer and dryer. Got you had that installed. There's your washer and dryer hookup. All your storage up here. Instruction manuals there for that. This screen door, it can be put on your sliding glass doors. You have your separate thermostat back here. See that working real quick? Turn our air on. And shut our air off. Turn our furnace on. So that's running. Let me shut that off. 110 next to the bed. And there was lighting here. If you touch it once, it's blue. If you hold your finger in, you can turn it on. It should turn white. Oh, this one is a separate, I'm sorry. Touch it once for blue, twice for white. Over down the wall, lighting, individual slide control for this slide. Prep for a TV, you can mount television here. Here's also your fan for in here. Charging station. And that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're going to leave the campsite and close the unit up while we're going to travel. First thing I like to do is hit lights. So I come to my control panel, shut off all my lights from here. Then I can see any individual lighting that I need to walk through and shut off. Last one over here. All our living room lights are off. Head back, shut off our bathroom. Oh, one more thing for travel. In your bathroom, make sure that you do have this snapped down. Now to do my bedroom lastly. See which one's going to turn on overhead here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this slide in from back here. Doors and drawers. Go through your whole unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed, and nothing's going to impede the slides from coming in. On your bedroom door, because it is a slide, go ahead and make sure that's snapped back for travel as well. Got this slide in. Shut our lights off. Close our bathroom door. Come back to the front here. I still see one light on in here. Now that we have all the lights off that can be controlled individually, we'll turn on our dinette lights so we can watch these slides come in. Again, doors and drawers. Walk through, make sure every door and drawer is closed. Because every inch is utilized in these slides. Now let's bring in slide one. It's going to be your kitchen slide. And then bring in our dinette and living room slide. See how I put the ottoman in the middle? That way it's not going to shift around. You'll ride safely All right, it's okay to hear that noise. That's the slide mechanism keeping itself from going in any further. Shut off our lights, exit our unit. Make sure you lock this. You can bring this to either side. That's how you got it for a handle. Travel safer over there. Fold up your steps. Bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Unhook our water, our cable, and our power. Come around to our low point drain. Make sure that water's disconnected first. Get up underneath there and dump that. Again, if you're hooked up to damp water, you drain there, and then come around to our hot water heater again. I forgot it was by the water. Go up to our hot water heater. We'll lift up on this pressure release valve. Be careful, there will be hot water coming out. Then drain all the rest of your hot water out of your hot water heater. Once that's done, make sure you flip that back down. Then pull your drain plug. Make sure to close this. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now, dump station parked accordingly. Just in front of your tires and your driver's side of your tow vehicle is going to be your dump. Hook up your sewage hose. First thing you pull is that black handle down there, black holding tank. If this sounds like it's no longer draining, leave that black handle open, again with your water pressure regulator. Come up here, hook up the hose at the dump station. Remember, again, with that black handle open, turn on that hose and let it run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. You can close that up, unhook your hose, close the black handle, and pull your gray handle. It's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. And it'll clean your sewage hose out for you. And you can take it, store it away somewhere conveniently and sanitary, and head on home. Again, so thank you guys so much for your Jayflight purchase. Hope you enjoy this bungalow for many years to come. Happy camping.